The sun was setting over the village of Irewa. The sky was turning orange and pink, and the sound of children playing filled the air. It seems like just another peaceful evening, but there was something strange in the air that Tayo couldn't ignore. Tayo had just returned to the village after years of studying in the city. He was happy to be back, but something about the place felt different. As he walked through the village, he smiled at old friends, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. That evening, as Tayo was teaching in the schoolhouse, Bola, an older woman, rushed in, looking scared. "Tayo," she said, out of breath, "Adebayo is missing." Adebayo was a young boy, one of the brightest children in the village. His disappearance was a shock to everyone. Tayo immediately followed Bola as she led him to Adebayo's house. When they arrived, the village was in chaos. People were running around, calling out Adebayo's name. His mother was crying, and his father seemed to be in a trance, staring into the distance. It was the night of a lunar eclipse, and everyone believed that it was no coincidence that Adebayo disappeared on such a night. The elders gathered in the chief's hut, trying to figure out what happened. Chief Akinwale, the leader of the village, was speaking to the crowd. "This is just an accident," he said calmly, but there was fear in his voice. "We will find Adebayo. There is nothing to worry about." But some of the villagers were not so sure. Mama Nneka, the village spiritual leader, spoke up. She was an old woman, known for her wisdom, but also for her strong beliefs in the supernatural. "This is not just a simple disappearance," Mama Nneka said, her voice loud and firm. "The spirits are angry. The eclipse is a sign. If we do not find the child soon, there will be more." Tayo listened carefully, his heart racing. He has grown up hearing stories about curses and spirits, but he had always thought they were just old tales. Now, he wasn't so sure. The chief tried to calm everyone down. "We will find Adebayo," he repeated, but Tayo couldn't stop thinking about Mama Nneka's warning. That night, Tayo couldn't sleep. He lay in bed, staring at the moon through his window. The lunar eclipse had started, and the moon was turning a deep red. He thought about Adebayo and Mama Nneka's words. Would there really be something supernatural going on? The next morning, Tayo went to visit Adebayo's family. His father was sitting outside, looking very calm, almost too calm. His mother was inside, crying quietly. Tayo sat down next to Adebayo's father. "Do you have any idea where Adebayo might have gone?" he asked. Adebayo's father didn't look up. "You've searched everywhere," he said in a low voice. "The fear is gone. There's nothing more we can do." Tayo felt uneasy. Something didn't seem right. The father's calmness didn't match the fear that was growing in the village. Tayo promised to keep looking, but he couldn't help but feel that the disappearance was just the beginning of something much worse. Later that day, Tayo met with Bola again. She looked worried. "I've heard something," Bola said quietly. "There's a place deep in the forest. They said it's cursed. The elders want us not to go there, but some believe it's the key to understanding what's happening." Tayo's curiosity grew. "What happens in this place?" Bola looked around nervously. "It's called the Forbidden Grove. No one knows what's happening there, but people say that strange things happen in that place. You have to be careful if you go." That night, when the village was asleep, Tayo decided to find out for himself. He walked into the jungle, his heart pounding. The trees seemed to close around him as he went deeper into the forest. After a long walk, he reached a clearing. In the center stood a stone altar, old and covered with vines. Strange symbols were carved into the stones. Fire flashlights flickered over the altar, and for a moment he thought he saw something move in the shadows. Then he saw it, a piece of Adebayo's clothing lying on the ground near the altar. Tayo's heart skipped a beat. He knew then that Adebayo's disappearance was not a simple accident. There was something dark and dangerous going on in the village. As Tayo made his way back to the village, he couldn't stop thinking about what he had found. The village was hiding something, and Adebayo's disappearance was just the start. Tayo knew he had to find out what was really going on before it was too late.